to talk about lunch and recess. As you've noticed, it's getting a little cold outside, so we have some extra considerations going into the new year. Now, I know most of you know the expectations for the cafeteria and recess time, but we want to make sure we're treating this just like we treat every area in the school with Plainwell pride, positivity, respect, integrity, determination, and keeping everyone's safety in mind. So remember, when you enter the cafeteria, if you brought your lunch, you can go ahead and sit down at a table. But if you did not bring your lunch and you're going to get it at school, you're just going to line up. You're going to go through the line and make sure that you have your student number memorized just to make that process nice and fast. Once you're seated at your lunchroom table, that is your place to stay. Make sure to raise your hand if you need to get up to go to the bathroom or if you need any kind of help. Also, make sure that you are keeping your table tidy, no playing around with food or making a mess, and stay at your table where you first sat. If you need to move to another table for any reason, make sure you raise your hand and ask an adult for permission first. When I announce it's time for recess, that's time for you to pick up your table, and your entire table needs to raise their hands. An adult from the cafeteria will come around and check your table to make sure it's clean. And then you can throw away your trash and put your lunchbox on the stage to head outside. If you're staying in the cafeteria, you can just throw away your things and go right back to your table. During recess time, you can be on the basketball courts and surrounding green area and also across the mini road in that field or by the Gaga pits. I will bring out some equipment for recess. Make sure you're being respectful of the equipment. Also, make sure to be cautious when crossing the small road and be aware of your surroundings. Most of the time, it's blocked off by cones, but just make sure you're being aware. Also, make sure we're keeping the recess area clean. We don't bring food or any other items outside, and so none of those should be left on the ground afterwards. When you hear me blow the whistle, that means it's time to re-enter the building. When recess is over, turn in any necessary recess equipment to the equipment bag, and you'll head right back to the cafeteria door. When Miss Tracy opens it, you can head in. Don't forget to grab your lunch bag on the stage and head to class. Also, now that we're in the colder months, there are snow hills forming in two areas. One area is on the recess field, and the other is between the parking lot and Brigham Street. The snow hills that are on the field are fair game. Feel free to run around on them and play on them as long as we're keeping hands and feet to ourselves. The snow hills, however, in the parking lot and by Brigham Street are off limits. We want to make sure we're keeping everyone's safety in mind, so we're not going to play on those right by the road. Thank you all for showing Plainwell pride and continue to show positivity, respect, integrity, determination in keeping everyone's safety in mind all over the school, but especially in the cafeteria and at recess. Trojans, you rock.